Alright. Apologies for that. I could have sworn that this game didn't take that long to load. But it has been several months since I last played this. I was thinking it'd be quick to load, get to the screen, I'll say hello, but it's actually like a couple of minutes to get here. Damn, I completely forgot. Hello, Clockwise. I see you in the chat. How are you doing? Hope you had a good day yesterday. Ah, the opening cinematic. This is cool. Well, I didn't want to ruin that opening. I really like it. Plus, I already asked how you were doing. Now that's over with. So, Final Fantasy. Why am I doing this game? His birthday. I should have played this on my birthday. Huh. Don't think I remembered this being part of the game. Says the Bong writes, the next special day is August 8th. See, if that tied in to Nintendo Switch Online's app, or the Nintendo Switch sort of news calendar app, that would have been cool. So yeah, I did talk in the previous live streams about doing the Kingdom Hearts version of this. I was looking at the rules from Square Enix about streaming that game, and they're more stringent than this game has. As I've not played Kingdom Hearts much, I've tried, but I've never finished it. I'm at the point where it's saying that it doesn't want me to stream any of the story, or I've got to have like spoiler moments, or I'm like, I don't know what's a spoiler and what's not. On top of the other songs, a long list of songs you cannot stream from that game, which are most of the Clockwise. I have, and I've answered you twice now. Okay, careful. For the third time, Clockwise. If I'm not talking, that must mean my microphone's not working. But the microphone is working. As I was saying, so this Theatrhythm has less rules and it's easier for me to stream than Kingdom Hearts. But I did also have a look at streaming a PC game I downloaded called Greenlight. But I downloaded it thinking it just looked like a cool game with cool graphics and an interesting story. I then checked the reviews and realised that it's a musical tie-in with a Japanese artist. So then I had to go to that website, looked at the streaming rules for that game, and it basically says you cannot make money off this stream, and you should not stream the epilogue, or there's like 2 parts of the story it doesn't want you to stream. And again, I don't know when or where those parts are, so that was green light and I was going to do that, but unfortunately not. And no Splatoon, because my Nintendo Switch Online has expired. That's why I'm doing this. You're asking about Final Fantasy game? Oh yes. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7 series. So that will have Crisis Core. What did it say? Can't remember now. Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, Advent Children. Yeah, Advent Children. Man, for some reason I don't remember the loading being this long in this game. Remake 8, 9, 10, 10-2, 11, 12, 13. 13 series, so 13-2, 13-3. Final Fantasy 14, 15. And if I wanted to, I could download Final Fantasy 16. We've got a lot of the spin-offs, like on Game Boy, Mythic Quest, Tactics on, of course, Game Boy Advance, PSP. Crystal Chronicles is Wii and GameCube. Dissidia, PSP, PS4. Type 0, that is the original PSP version. The other Theatrhythm games, Final Fantasy Record Keeper, which was a mobile game, much like Mobius. This other one has, doesn't say. Is from other mobile and other Final Fantasy games. And then Chocobo Dungeon, which I think was a remake released across PS4 and Switch. Cloud, oh wow, there's so many. And I haven't done Endless World because I'm worried about getting hit by copyright. Because there are 3, 6, 9, 10 songs you cannot, because your channel, the video will be knocked off. So 10 songs you just cannot, and there are other songs you can, but you get no money from streaming them. Well, 8 is my favourite Final Fantasy. So let me find a good 8 song. Well, let's just start here. This is a good song. Try and change my team, and I can't remember what button does it. Aha. So he's now fully leveled. What about Cloud? There he is. He's on about 7. Okay. So we've got the original PlayStation version of 7 here. We have Dirge of Cerberus, we have Advent Children, and Crisis Core here. I think there's also another one in that list, which is also Final Fantasy VII. And this is Final Fantasy VII Remake. So this is just the first Final Fantasy VII game that came out. Good one to play. Actually, Final Fantasy Resonance had been announced a little while ago. It was up, like more information dropped about it. I think it was revealed in Nintendo's showcase back in maybe May or June. But Resonance is basically a remake of one of the mobile Final Fantasy games. No, Final Fantasy Xevious, I think, is a remake of. I made a mistake right at the end there. Ah. Jester, I can't. I'm afraid I don't have Nintendo Switch Online at the moment. Oh, I forgot to go full screen. Sorry about that. So yeah, so until I get Nintendo Switch Online back, I can't do Splatoon. But I get paid next week, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So yeah, this is kind of just a filler live stream, so to speak. Yeah, Clockwise. Sorry, I thought Theatrhythm was famous enough for people to know it's a rhythm game. So there are 3 types of rhythm stuff very similar to that. But what we haven't done much in these live streams, because I've done this maybe 4 or 5 times before, like in music stages. There are the video ones. It's Record Keeper. Oops. What did I just do there? I don't want random. 6, 7. So we just did remake. Can't stream that one. Whoops. Stop playing. Hollow is a fantastic song, but I can't stream it. Can I do One Wing Angel? Possibly. Yeah, so as well as the little cartoon characters we had before fighting, we also get these music video ones. And this is like video from it. But a lot of these, I gotta check. But this one should be fine. So this is from Advent Children, the movie. The video we're watching. Yeah, it's not the full song. Man, it's so difficult playing that mode because I want to watch the video, but I gotta watch the pieces. And that's from Advent Children. It's a much heavier version of the song, One Wing Angel. Oh, can I do this one? Yeah, the Crisis Core soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't tried it, or if you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend it. I think Crisis Core is like top 5 for me in terms of Final Fantasy soundtracks. Yes, I am playing on basic level as well. It's been several months since I last played this. So I'm going slow, but also just kind of enjoy myself. Been one of those weeks where I just haven't felt well for most of it. Booyah! I think I did a better score that time. And if you didn't know, Crisis Core was set before Final Fantasy VII. It was initially a PSP game, but it's been re-released on more modern consoles since then. Yeah, that's all tune we've got playing here. It's kind of like the theme that runs throughout the soundtrack. So you get heavy songs with this beat, you get sort of jazzy songs with this beat. It's really nice. Oh, can't do Y either. Damn. Okay, Last Order. That was the one I forgot the name of. Okay. Can I do Aerith's theme? Yeah. So here we go, straight from Final Fantasy VII itself. One of the more famous scenes, the spoilers. Bad one. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII since I was at university. I play a lot of games at university, but 7 was perhaps one of the only ones I actually finished. I think we could do, for the first part of this live stream release, a lot of these music videos. Yeah, we'll switch to this, because... Should we go through all of them? Most of these I think I can do. Let me just edit my party. And yeah, let's start from Final Fantasy 1. We've done the 7 series. A lot of these ones I've played in my own time. Because we've done the series, and these are like unlocked after you complete the series run. So I don't think I'll have 5 here. course, the hope is to try and improve on your previous scores. As well as having a new high score, the game combines how well the run was, so the goal is to kind of get perfect for each segment of the song. Yeah, okay. We unlocked a new move, but we're not going to use it. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 5 and 6 I haven't done yet. Man, I can still feel myself being a little tense if I'm honest. Usually this game I can be quite relaxed, but it's a little weird. I can feel that I'm a little tense. Gotta try and chill. Apologies if it was a little quiet there. When it comes to these games, I'd rather just chill and listen. So we can talk between the songs. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, feel free to. There's the critical chart on the left side where you're going to try and get better results. So it always has your best results, no matter how many times you do it. So you can see my highest score underneath. October last year? Wow. I didn't even realize I had this game that long. Saying that, I think the last live stream I did was in January. Right, Final Fantasy 3 now. Hello, Harry. How are you doing this weekend? Has the heat wave finally left England, or is it still hot over there? Oh yeah, new high school. I'm just chilling today. My Nintendo Switch Online expired, so find something else to chill and relax to instead of Splatoon. Like I can hear some sort of bird outside. It's really annoying because it's not on the same beat as the song. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the microphone or not. Oh yeah, new high score. It wasn't my goal, but I'm certainly not going to say no to improving high scores. Now we've done 7 Advent Children Crisis Core already. Can't do Hollow. Can I do Waltz for the Moon? Yeah, I can. Let me just update my team a little bit. A shame, Hollow is a fantastic song. I do recommend you check that out. I think we had something here. Or anything like that. We're not even blow my horn, but I am better than I don't need to do it. I picked up some of these, but none of these are as good as the ones we got equipped. So that's fine. Alright, we're ready. Let's tackle 8, Waltz for the Moon. This video is famous from the game, but also because they used it as a tech demo for the PS2. So on the PS1 this is like a pre-rendered video. But on this PS2, they actually used the in-game engine and did it that way. They never released a PS2 version of Final Fantasy VIII. which is a shame because Final Fantasy VIII is absolutely fantastic, but like all these games, could do a little tweak here and there to make it even better. So, Riona and Squall. I did get Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, and a part of me thought about platinuming the game because I just like it so much. And you can get like 90% of the trophies just by playing it and doing all the side content. But then comes the card aspect of the game. And to get the platinum, you have to like not just master, but you gotta almost like beat the card aspect of the game. Just checking if I can do 10 there. I think so. Songs with lyrics I think we can actually do, because the Final Fantasy 2 underneath 1,000 words we can't do. Fires of Fate. Oh, my score's not good on this at all. I think I must have bought this game like after my birthday last year. I just forgot I had it that long. Final Fantasy X is another I thought about doing the Platinum for. I got it on PS3 as part of the HD remaster with 10.2. And I was on course to do it as well. But when it came to the Dark Aeons, I made a critical mistake. No, before Dark Aeons. Before like the final boss fight, you can pick up a piece of someone's celestial weapon. And I missed it. I knew what I was looking for. I think I had to go to the bathroom, came back, and then just continued. And of course it saves after that, like an autosave. So I don't have a save that I can go back to pick up that one piece. And you need that piece of the celestial weapon to get the celestial weapon, which can then help you actually have a chance against the Dark Aeon, the first Dark Aeon. So I've tried to do the Dark Aeon and can't do it. But if I had the celestial weapon, I think I could like limit break either magic, health, or attack. I can't remember which one it is now. Which would then help me do the boss. But man, it's like to go 40 hours in and to make a mistake is so frustrating. So eventually I'll go back. I've done Final Fantasy X maybe 3 times now. So eventually I'll go back and try and get the trophies. Let's do Final Fantasy 13, another one of my favourites. I kind of have been going back to this game, like half hour here, half hour there, slowly making progress with the goal of the Platinum. But it's a really hard Platinum. Like I'm using a guide to make sure I pick up everything along the way. It's another one I've finished, but yeah, there's so much more to collect in that game. I finished it, but I didn't do a lot of the overworld stuff. Like the big giant monsters and all that. I recommend 13, I think it's great. I've also got Final Fantasy 13 2, and I've finished that as well. But when you look at the percentages in that game, I'm like, I've maybe done like 40% of that game and finished it. How have I done so little in 13.2 and finished it? Obviously there's a lot more in that I need to go back and redo, I think. I've done like 13 twice now. So maybe it is time to go back to 13.2. Yeah, 10.2 is a little timey-wimey in terms of its story. Like, I finished it and I had the impression that the story was quite impactful for the villain. But if you could ask me, can I explain the story of Final Fantasy X-2, I don't think I could remember it enough. As I said, with the timey-wimey aspect, you're going through tunnels from place to place. And it's a decent way of reusing the assets from 13. And of course the characters come back at different points in history. But the overall story, I don't think I can remember it. So perhaps I should dig out the guide for 13.2 and get all those trophies. Like, if I've only done 40% of the story and finished it, I must have less than half the trophies, easily. And there were a lot of costumes to unlock as well. One I haven't played is the next game I'm going to do. I think 13 Lightning Returns should be okay. Let me just check the details here. I got a list of what I can and cannot stream. Should be fine. Another one I got this digitally on PS3. But I haven't actually played it. This was a more recent purchase. So eventually I'll get there. I'll get to 13 Lightning Returns eventually. I think it's like End of Time, I think. find a good guitar riff. As I've not played it, I don't remember that song at all. See, I think I have a soundtrack for 10.2, 13.2, sorry. I think it's like a maybe 6-track selection kind of thing rather than the actual soundtrack for 13.2. But I have nothing for 13.3. Lightning Returns. Oh, Snow. No, I can't do answers, which is Final Fantasy 14 here. Let me just check if I do one underneath it, yeah. So that one I can't do. Kind of like Hollow, it's a fantastic song. I can do this one. Even though it's got some singing. There's a couple of singing ones I can do. Say Snow. This wasn't my idea. I was looking to do that Kingdom Hearts one. But I went on the Square Enix website to see what the rules were. And there were more rules for that game than there were for this one. But the one that was frustrating was that there was a section about story spoilers. And unfortunately, I just don't know what's a story spoiler. Because I've never played the game, well, I've never finished the game. I've got to like Tarzan or whatever in the first one and then always failed. So yeah. I couldn't do that one really because there was just too many rules and I couldn't do it by myself. Then I was going to do a PC game I've got downloaded, Greenlight. I only downloaded it because it looked cool, but when I actually went to check it before the stream, it's like I read the reviews and it's a musical tie-in with a famous Japanese artist. And it's like, oh no. Went to the website and yeah, it's a story-based game with music from this famous Japanese performer. And it immediately says you cannot get money from this live stream or from any videos. And then it has rules like you cannot stream the epilogue or something, and I don't know what the epilogue is. So I decided against that. I went with good old Faithful here. I imagine Snow. I mean, it's great that you got in, but how many people have a working Wii U who also have Splatoon 1, who also know about this, who also have time to try and play it, you know? Oh boy, that was tough. I made like 3 bad mistakes. That's why my chain is so low there. Oh man, 5 out of 15 is one of those games where I started more times than I care to admit and never got really that far. I don't know what it is about it, I just can't seem to actually sit down and do it. The music's pretty good though. I mean, this is okay. Should have checked first. Anyway, Snowwolf. I'm just chilling with my game. You chill your game. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. Just a headache today. Just still feeling a little run down, but I feel like after the stream I might go outside. It's a little windy, so hopefully that'll help cool me down. Just, you know, stretch the legs kind of thing. There's some Pokemon Go stuff happening, but I'm in the suburbs, so I don't think anything happening locally to me. How about yourself, Snowwolf? Is the sleeping alright now that your tooth might be better? Yeah, Peter, Snowwolf is playing the game. But, you know, support for Splatoon 1 is gone, it finished, online ended. But custom servers have been created and you don't need mods, you can just have a Wii U and play. That's what Snowwolf's doing, he's just got his Wii U around playing Splatoon 1 with other people on those servers. I had Crystal Chronicles and the GameCube, and I did use the Game Boy Advance link cable to use that as a second controller, but I never finished the game. I just didn't enjoy it that much. Having to move around this pot was just frustrating, and there was a friend of mine who also got it at the same time, and their enthusiasm went quicker than mine did. They gave up almost immediately. I hung around for a little while, but yeah. I wonder, now I'm older, if I would be more okay playing that. This was from the remastered version, but I think I still got the GameCube one at home. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a sad song. It's all, the end word was arigato, thank you, so it's not entirely sad. Oh, Dissidia, this could be a good one to watch. Let me just switch my team around a bit. Just goes berserk. Now that character's 99, so let me switch them out to level someone else up, because that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just picking characters and just leveling them up. That's how I like to play this game. I don't know much about the games that have servers still going for them, because it's all about pointing the PS3, 3DS or Wii U at a different router or server. I don't know how many platforms can do that, if it's easy or not. I think the 3DS might be able to do that. It wouldn't surprise me if someone on 3DS has found, or DS even, has found a way to get Pokemon online going again on that. What? All the music from Dissidia, that's the one they used for that music video. It seems a little terrible. See, I didn't wake up for that England game. So I woke up to all these messages and I had no idea what was happening, because I forgot the England game was, it's like 6 AM Japan time. Completely forgot all about it. Woke up, could not understand what was happening on my phone. And then I was like, you know, once I woke up, like the brain turned on, I was like, oh, what happened with England? Then it all started to make sense, all these messages I was seeing. So yes, you're welcome, Snowwolf, but not seen who scored, when they scored, so please don't tell me. I might check that out later on my own time. Today, it's a lot of it's Formula 1 at Belgium, so I'll probably be watching that, but yeah, if I get a chance I might see if I can watch a replay of the race or even download it, the soccer game. Hard to believe this live stream's like an hour and a half in. Hasn't felt like it. And this one's from the PSP game Type 0. I have it, but I've not played it. Because it's Japanese only. Type 0 HD's in English. I've never done more than like an hour. I have uploaded the PSP data install videos, because when you install data from the UMD to the memory card, it plays music. It's a really good song, so I've uploaded it. And that's the song that plays, or at least that's a variation of a song that plays. So it's like, oh, now I know what that is. I don't have that soundtrack, but I wouldn't mind getting it. Yeah, I would like most of the Final Fantasy soundtracks. It's all about money, isn't it? And Peter, that Man United take is maybe like 20 years out of date. There's maybe only like 1 or 2 Man United players now in the England squad. It's not half the team anymore. Joking, Peter, but you know, like Teddy Sheringham doesn't play anymore, or Paul Scholes. You know that Man United's gone. I don't know if I can play this Theatrhythm one next. What's it called? I feel I can. Let's go for it then. Well, good luck, Snowwolf. Let us know what you're using. Oops. Hey, congrats, Snowwolf. Well on the win. Is that the last one? It is, because I haven't unlocked all the Final Fantasies. If I go back to the story mode, there's still like 4 I've yet to unlock. Or finish even. Like 5 I haven't started, 6 I haven't finished, 9 I haven't finished, 11 not started, 12 not started. In real life, I played 12 on PS2, kind of forgot about it and went to university. I think that's what happened. Or I got it at university and then had to stop because of coursework. And then on PS4 I got 12 HD and I'm about halfway through it and just put it down. And that's kind of it actually. 11, 12 and 5 are not unlocked. I think I might go for 12. Let's play a little 12. I should check if I can play this song actually before I start. Okay, there's one Final Fantasy 12 song I can't play. Okay. If beating them is what you're worried about, you might want to pick one of the easier Final Fantasies. 10 is like a straight line for 2/3 of the game. 13 is a straight line for most of the game, and apparently 16 is really easy too. Playing one of them could be an interesting experience for you. Getting bored, yeah, that's going to be a little bit more difficult to manage. Oh, my summoners are 99. Wow. Okay. Unlock van. Why not? Yeah, getting bored is the tough part. Which Final Fantasy would be good? Honestly, Crisis Core could be an interesting Final Fantasy for you to try. It's set before 7, so you're not getting much story spoilers, but you're getting a lot of world context. But because it's built for PSP, it's more mission based than story based. You get the opening, let's say, hour. It sets up the characters, sets up the story, sets up the scenario. That's more like a traditional Final Fantasy. But then after that, you get the option to do missions. And these are 5, 10, 15-minute missions. You get experience points, you get items, you unlock story, you get character development, and after a while, if you're in the mood for it, you can then go and continue the story, which will then unlock more missions and stuff. Well, you got some matches, Snowwolf, so it's not complete loss, but I can totally understand. So like the our Foam Stars scenario all over again, where yes, we want to play the game, yes, it's fun, but waiting half an hour for a match, not knowing if it's actually going to connect, that's frustrating. There might be. There could well be, Snowwolf. I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to check after the stream. Oh, I played Marvel Rivals last night, trying to get to the MVP before I had to upload the video, and it crashed. It was a crash to Cross Media Bar, like the blue crash screen, and it took ages for it to generate the crash report. Normally it crashes and says to me quite quickly, do you want to upload this to the PlayStation? But I waited like 2 or 3 minutes for then to get to that screen. Whatever crashed. Of course the PS4 so I didn't really think about it. So of course by the time I got back into the game I couldn't go back to that match. That's the first Marvel Rivals crash, online or in the stream or in my own time, for several months. Excuse me. Damn, I had to take my hand off the controller there to cough. Well, I can always come back later and in the future and do this better next time. I wonder if this game has Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings in it. The Revenant Wings was a DS spin-off of Final Fantasy XII set in Ivalice. Yeah, you see my experience is times 2, so I'm using some of the items that I've had, that I've unlocked. The problem with the Dragon Quest series is that the composer behind the games is very peculiar, and his eccentricities are kind of keeping some of the music behind. Let's put this. Some of his choices are perhaps at the detriment to the game. Like the music in the last, or the most recent the most recent Dragon Quest had 2 soundtracks for it. There's the one the developer did, the main composer did, which is panned by pretty much everyone as one of the worst Dragon Quest soundtracks. Or there's the orchestrated remaster of it, and apparently that's the one to get. So yeah, unfortunately the composer for the Dragon Quest has gone a little off the deep end in his old age. And because of like respect rules and all that in Japan, Square Enix aren't necessarily dealing with him in a productive way. I can't remember exactly all the details. It's one you're gonna have to look up. You could perhaps say that the Final Fantasy composer Uematsu has grown older with dignity and asked to do some solo stuff and asked to do some stuff on other games, and Square Enix granted it, and he's continued relations with Square Enix, whereas the Dragon Quest developer has gone a bit more, this is all mine, I tell you, wahahaha. I still think a Mario Theatrhythm would work fantastically. Perhaps the type of stories being told, the characters in it. Some of the characters of Final Fantasy are great, some of them are just big a-holes. it's how it is sometimes. Some of it's relatable, some of it, like the first Final Fantasy game, is very unrelatable. Final Fantasy 1 is timey-wimey, but because of it being initially on NES, I don't think it comes across particularly well as a well-told story. And sometimes you get gameplay issues. Everyone says Final Fantasy VIII has a fantastic story, but not everyone can get on board with its gameplay. Or perhaps there's a graphical issue. Like Final Fantasy IX is a bit retro in how it plays and how it tells its story, but its graphics are very Marmite. You either like it or you don't. You've got to find something that has the art style you like, the way it tells its story, who its characters are. You got to kind of find the sweet spot of all of that. I think if Final Fantasy series is a little difficult, you got to find something like that. Like, I think 13 has the art and the music, but I think the storytelling might be a bit off. But its gameplay is good. But some of the characters are really whiny. Peter, I did the demo for that Rhythm Heaven one you're mentioning there, and I bounced off that so hard. Don't get me wrong, the art style, fantastic. The music, fantastic. But how it plays, I completely bounced off that. I did not enjoy playing it. I think for me, it's one of those games where I like to watch. I tried it, didn't like playing it, but I enjoyed watching it. So I think that's where I stand on that. I do have the demo on the YouTube channel if you want to check it out. You might agree or disagree with the particular things I found annoying with that game. And Snowwolf, you're thinking about it. Like, I would say, like, what would be a good intro for you? And I'm racking my brains thinking what could it be. As I said, like, I love 8, but I think the gameplay mechanics might be a little much for first Final Fantasy. I wouldn't recommend 7, but 7 Remake could be it. Because it's not a conversion, straight conversion, it's a remake. So they've fixed or modernized a lot of the features. They've modernized a lot of the characters. So honestly, 7 Remake and those 3 games eventually when they all come out might be a good starting point. But if you're looking for like a classic Final Fantasy, I think I would suggest 6. 6 is held up there as like one of the best Final Fantasy games ever released. It has the characters, it has the world building, the combat isn't too terrible, too difficult, and the story. I don't remember much of it. I played it way back on the PlayStation 1, but I still have like the feeling of wow, of like the story gripping me and carrying me through that game. So if you're looking for something older to play, go for 6. I recommend trying 6. If you're looking for something a bit more modern, go for 7 Remake as a start. But I do think Final Fantasy XIV is an option. It tells its story better than 11 did. It has a far more interesting world, lots of interesting characters, but because it's an MMO, you'd have to play with other people. That's like its downside. If you can get over playing with other people, even without voice chat, without typing anything, if you have to raid with other people and that really turns you off, then perhaps 14 isn't for you. But I think if I had to recommend 3 games, it would be 6, 7 Remake, and 14 to try for Final Fantasy. No worries, Peter. The cards. And of course, if you like 7 Remake, you could always do Crisis Core Remake first, if you want more of the story. Because Crisis Core Remake is basically the PSP game HD with some small tweaks. So Crisis Core and 7 Remake could be an option for you. Snowwolf, which mobile game are you talking about? There was several mentioned actually in that Friday live stream. Was it something Arena? That's the point, Peter. Yeah, don't feel like you have to play Final Fantasy games without a guide. I fully uploaded a whole series where I played Final Fantasy 1 on PSP with a guide. That is totally fine. Snowwolf, I could do you one better. I had Final Fantasy X on PS2 and I was going to go on holiday. I'd gotten to the point in Final Fantasy X where it opens up. I'm not going to spoil the story, but there's a big part of the story where it opens up and it's now you can do whatever you want. But I was going to go on holiday, so my friend asked to borrow the game, and I said sure. And he asked if he could borrow a memory card to save it on. I said sure. Just don't delete my save game. So of course my friend deletes my save game to save his game on top of it. And that's so many hours gone. Oh, that's 20, maybe more hours lost. That was so frustrating. So I got it back. We didn't talk for a little while after that, and I never played Final Fantasy X until 10 HD came out. I got 10 HD, didn't play it for several years. It wasn't until I came to Japan that I actually sat and played 10 and finished it. Astro Arena, yeah, I thought that might be the one. Well, Snowwolf, it's like last quarter of the game I got to. I might have even got some of the Aeons after that as well, some of the skippable ones. So it was 20, maybe 30 hours in. I might have even started leveling up my characters, or not 99 at that point, but yeah, it was rough. Yeah, when I came back from holiday, my friend said he finished it, gave me the game back, gave me a memory card back. Of course, I put it in. Like, 10 has more than one save file. But, alas, my friend used the one that I had saved onto. It's like, oh, you idiot. So yes, I had 10, I got it back, got the memory card back, never touched it again after that. Like I said, it wasn't until I got to Japan. Like 10.2 came out, what, 13, 14? It was like 3 years. Sorry, 10 HD Remaster came out in like 2012, 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. And it wasn't like 2-3 years after that that I finally got back to it and actually sat and finished it. That's how annoyed it was. So like with Fatal 12 and me losing, what, 12 hours of gameplay because no PlayStation Plus and a dead hard drive with the saves on, you can understand why I'm not exactly in a rush to get back to where I was in that game to finish that story. It's like the wind completely gone from playing that. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really talk to him for a while after that, and the friendship was never really the same. Like that loss of trust and all that. Ooh, we got a full level mage. Okay, let's swap him out. Let's pick someone else in now. I don't want to try a different class. I've got a hunter type. Yeah, Prompto. Why not? Yeah, you gotta balance your priorities. I know you want to try the Splatoon stuff, but you're also part of the retro achievement community. The Wii U stuff with Splatoon can easily come again. They could organize it for once a month kind of thing. But retro achievements, as you say, that changes every week. This is also a good song. Oh man, that song's longer than that. I want to hear more of it. Actually, I did check Astro Arena and it's not out in the Japanese App Store, so it's not one I can download immediately. But if I ever do sort out like my old UK account and get Dissidia, then yes, I'll have to do that one via my UK account. Yeah, it was Riverside who was in Squad Busters who told us about that game. I guess that's the one they're playing. must admit, you saying that it has voice chat is a little surprising. Because it's a mobile game, you know. If you play it out in public, it's not what you expect. It's like PS5 controllers coming with voice chat turned on as default. I got just no yeah. I was playing this today. I've been again, I mentioned earlier how I thought that there should be a Mario version of this game. What if Nintendo added a variation of this to their music app? Because you already have to pay Nintendo Switch Online to use the app. What if you could have an option of like a little game to play whilst you listen, and it was something like this. So each song created its own little stage. That could be fun. Did I get something? Not that character, who was it? Also, during this live stream, I've now found that Princess Sarah has the move I've been looking for. Age-old hymn. Cures all status ailments. I've been looking for a character with something like that ability, like Suna from Final Fantasy VIII. And finally got someone, so she might become part of my main set here. Yeah, when we get her to 99, we can take out Sarah here and put in the Princess Sarah. Which could explain why Princess Sarah was so popular in the other matches we did. We did some online stuff. So that's cool. I'm happy that we discovered something there. Yeah, I didn't realise it's like over 2 hours now, this live stream. This has gone pretty quick. So this may not be going for too much longer this stream. Just meant to chill with something I enjoy. And after some false starts, Just went back to good old reliable Theatrhythm Final Fantasy. If this DLC is on sale, I might see if I can buy at least Final Fantasy 16. It's DLC. Oh, there's more. That looked like the boss, so I thought that was it, but no, there's more to come. I think what I might do, I might just play until we finish 12. I have a feeling that the music video that we could play for 12 is one I can't stream. It's like there's already 2 or 3 of them I can't stream, so I think that this is going to be another one of them. Hey, one more match. Good for you. Good luck. How badly did he get destroyed? Was it like a 60-30 win to them? Ooh, okay, yeah, Snowwolf, that's... Oof. Oh boy. Unlucky. But you have to remember that those playing on, you know, playing the way you're playing the game are going to be the best of the best, the hardcores players. I shouldn't think there'll be too many casuals playing on that kind of setup. many more Final Fantasy 12 are there? Must be near the end, if not at the end. Can I play this one? There's like 2 from Final Fantasy 12 I know I can't play. This one's okay. This might be the last song we get to play, because I have a feeling the music video that we unlock from finishing this is probably going to be one of the 2 I can't do. Alright, here we go. Booyah. We got the quest done. That one needed like 85% good or higher, I think, or great or higher. Oh yeah, never in doubt. Hey, that's 12 cleared. Not completed, there's still some tracks I didn't finish. Oh, that I think we can watch. That doesn't come up on my list. Okay. A new character. Alright, so we'll do one final song then. And that'll be much like we did at the start of this start of the stream. No, music stages, damn. We will do the music video for 12. There it is. Oh, this might be the one I'm thinking of in terms of the music. I mentioned a couple of songs ago I said, oh, this is good. This one also might be up there. Or it might be the one I was thinking of. So of course... Ooh, let me change my team. Story spoilers. I think he got something. Alright then, final song, here we go. Nice, no. We're coming to the end. That was the last song. We had to give it much more attention now. Yeah, as I said, that will do. This ended up being longer than I anticipated. I guess the idea was to like relax maybe, but I don't think I quite relaxed. I feel like I got still a little tense. At least it was chill. Still feel a little, even after playing that for 2.5 hours, still feel a little queasy. I had a little cough earlier, and that made me feel not nice as well. Well, I've got a few days, as you can see, until the next live stream. So hopefully I'll be able to recuperate. But with my other rivals now crashing, that could be a bit of a frustrating live stream, we shall see. I was already in like an hour, and it crashed on me, so it's a little worrying. Peter, are you talking about that mobile game that Snowwolf mentioned earlier? And if you're curious about the streaming rules for this game, here's the website so you can see what I have to work within. Yeah, Peter, I've been under the weather most of the week. I wonder if it's the heat. Or just like some low level bug I caught at some point perhaps. The problem with using public transport is, well, the public part of it. Frankly, I was sneezy last night. Of course, with these thin walls, I don't want to wake anyone up, but sometimes you just gotta sneeze. And if it's 6, 7, 8 times in a row, then, you know, there's nothing you can do. Anyway, thank you everyone who came and watched. This is not a very popular game now. It was old when I bought it, so I'm not expecting a lot of people to come and watch this. I'm just happy I got a chance to sit down and play. So don't worry about the views, but if you did come, I appreciate a like. Thank you very much. But yeah, that is going to do for today's live stream. The next live stream Wednesday. Next video upload should be What If on Tuesday. I might get Cloud Monday up and running if I remember to, you know, like I said, I get paid tomorrow, so if I get that all sorted, I might be able to get Cloud Monday restarted from tomorrow. But yeah, What If, I haven't decided what that's going to be yet. I've got a few ideas. A few bad ideas as well for that series. Like, I have the soundtrack to Sonic 1 through to Sonic and Knuckles, I think, on my computer. But there it's just music, so I've got Sonic 1 and 2 on PS3. Do I just put Sonic 1 and Sonic 1 Green Hill Zone Stage 1? It's like, it doesn't quite work for some songs. Like the Ridge Racer 4 soundtrack, fantastic soundtrack, but it's just like 4-minute tracks of that actual songs rather than background music or anything like that. So it's really difficult with some soundtracks I have to pick out something. And with Final Fantasy VIII I just did. I'm kind of tempted to go back and go with like, what if I had used the piano soundtrack? What if I used the Dissidia soundtrack? So I don't know about that. That What If series is starting to become perhaps a bit much. And of course I've got some PSP games I could be looking at as well. But yeah, that will do. Hello Zakaro, goodbye Zakaro, goodbye Snowwolf, goodbye Peter, and we had earlier Biscuit as well. And Jester. So hello and goodbye to you guys. It's been a nice little stream, a lot of music, but it is time to say goodbye. So goodbye everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and when I see you next I hope you are well. So goodbye everyone. Bye.